Hey guys, it's the Crab Queen. So in today's video, we're going to be chatting about astrology, about zodiac signs. So like that intro song, Zodiac Girl, that is kind of me. I know everything about zodiacs. I know everything about astrology. It is Leo season, so yes, I am going to state with confidence that I know everything about astrology. I just referenced a zodiac sign, didn't I? See, I just do that all the time without even realizing it. What's your sign? What is your sign? Because once you tell me that information, I know everything that I need to know. It saves so much time, saves so much energy. It's planted above the planet or around the planet, and like obviously it affects us because like we are a ball floating around space. And do you know where astrology comes from? It comes from space. So we're floating around this thing and we really think it has nothing to do with around us. Like space is all around us. And yeah. So if you're interested in learning about astrology or zodiac signs, this is the video to watch, because this video will make you understand astrology and zodiac signs and why it's being used and how you are affected by your sun sign, by your rising, by your moon. So basically, it's the only thing that's really ever made sense to me. Ever? Just kidding. But for real. So when it comes to figuring out myself and others, it just makes it so much easier. Like honestly, like we are surrounded by people on this planet. Like we are going to come in contact with people mostly every single day, unless you are in hermit mode and you don't choose to go out and communicate with people. But other than that, you go outside, there's going to be people. You have to communicate with people, you have to be around people. So might as well figure out the people, figure out yourself, because sometimes you don't understand yourself and you give yourself a hard time for why you just did the thing that you just did. Maybe you got sad over something, or maybe you got angry over something. Maybe you have some type of anger issue, or maybe you have like some sort of weird blockage where you can't even feel emotions and you're just like, what's wrong with me? Am I broken? No. Once you figure out your sign, you'll understand why it is that you feel that way. For example, I'm a Cancer, and yeah, I would get butthurt or sad over some things, and I would be like, why does this hurt my feelings? Why does everything, like, why do I feel everything? Why do I take everything personally? Which I'm not trying to like expose myself. And then I realized like that's a huge Cancer trait. Like Cancers are the moon, they go through all these emotions, they feel things, but Cancer rules with their emotions. So it made me feel better knowing that, well, that's because of my zodiac sign, that's because of the day I was born, that's because of the day I was put on this planet. That is why I have all of these quality traits that some people don't have, and it made me feel better about myself. And sometimes you can't figure out why someone just did the thing that they did, or reacted how they act, or why does that person act like that, or why does that person move like that, why does that person talk like that. And then once you figure out their sign, everything makes a lot more sense. It honestly makes it easier to like adapt with their energy and like be around them and like want to even communicate with them, because you know their sign. So you're just like, well, they're just acting like a fucking Virgo, so it's fine, like whatever, let them be a Virgo. It makes it more adaptable. And yeah, people tend to not like some type of signs, but that's their own, they probably don't have that sign in them, and that's why they can't relate, because they just can't mirror that very well because they don't understand. So that's also sometimes why people clash, because they don't understand each other, because they don't have, maybe I have a Taurus moon, maybe someone with no Taurus and then will understand like my moon sign, because they don't understand sometimes how I act like a Taurus. Like they won't understand that because they don't have Taurus inside of them, so they can't relate. So once you guys have like similar charts, someone that you're communicating with, whatever, it makes it a lot easier to understand like why y'all get along, why y'all don't get along, all that type of shit. It honestly helps you realize who you want as your best friend, who you want as your significant other, who you want as your co-worker, who you want by your side when you're about to go do something. Like if I want to go like be crazy at a club, like I'm going to bring a fire sign, you know what I mean? If I want to go be calm at a bookstore, I'm gonna bring like a Pisces or a chill sign. And so that's kind of, it like makes it easier. You figure out who you work with better. Like, okay, so for example, some coworkers that I've had in the past, an old job that I had, I would work with one-on-one people. It was usually like 2 people at a time, so I'd always be working with one other person. And yeah, it was mainly about who I was working with. Even though we had the customer service, it was mainly like about like who I was working with, because when the people weren't in the store, I would have to deal with them the whole shift. So I realized, like, who do I like working with better? Just so happens that I'm a water sign surrounded by all these air signs there, and I was just like, okay. But I would always work with this Gemini, and he would just talk and talk and talk and talk. I'm a Cancer, you know what I mean? Like, I like to conversate, but like not as much as an air sign does. Like, give me my personal space. I would have to keep chatting, so I'd be like, okay, I literally cannot work with the Gemini, because there was another Gemini that worked there that would do the same thing, and I'd be like, okay, I can't do this Gemini shit anymore. Nothing wrong with you, Gemini queens. I love y'all. I have a bunch of Gemini placements also. Y'all are needed. I was just using this as an example, and you guys rule the throat chakra, which is communication and all of that, so that's why. But y'all are needed, and love you, not hating, I promise. So then this Pisces guy started working there, and I would talk to the Pisces dude, and we would be on the same vibe, because he just liked to listen to his music and I like to listen to my music, and we would just vibe. And then sometimes we would chat when we had something to talk about, and we had a lot more things in common because we're both water signs. And then we would like vibe by ourselves, and I just found it easier to work with someone that is like me. And Cancer and Pisces are both water signs, so it just worked out better, rather than a water sign with an air sign and the air sign constantly wants to talk and the water sign doesn't want to talk. So it kind of helps you figure out who you want as your coworker and your best friend and your significant other. So now I know I'm probably not necessarily going to choose a Gemini as my significant other unless I want someone to always constantly conversate with, because they are going to probably need that. And thank you for letting me use you as an example, Gemini. And if your parents confuse you, and you know, you see your friend Bob's dad always acting all cool, and you're like, I want him as my dad, why does my dad act like that? Maybe you don't like the way that your Aquarius dad acts, and you're just like, why is this dad more of my vibe? Like, why can't my parent act like that? Well, maybe Bob's dad is more compatible with your sign, do you know what I mean? It's because you both have earth signs or something. You both you move like he moves, and your dad doesn't move like you move. But when you figure out your dad's sign, then you can start to understand why he does the things that he does, and then it'll make you guys get along better. It makes you have a lot more better relationships with people. You can figure out how to make him not act like that anymore, and you can figure out how to say things to him that would like make him calm down more, or maybe just get a better understanding. Like, he just fucking acts like that because he's a fucking Aquarius. Or your siblings, if you get along really good with a sibling, and if you don't get along good with a sibling, that also could be why. Maybe you guys butt heads because your sister or your brother is a Aries, and you just don't know how to get along with Aries. Well, you can figure it out. You can read about them, and you can figure out how to get along better with them. What you can do to make that Aries more compatible with you, how you can talk to the Aries, and it just makes a lot more sense now, knowing that, oh, my sister acts like that because she's a fucking Aries. Duh. Let me just roll my eyes now and know that that's just fucking her. Obviously, that doesn't excuse her behavior if she's acting up, but now you know why she does the things that she does. Now, I have sisters, they're not Aries. Like I'm saying, these are just examples. So when you are born, that is the day that you were born, that is you. You know, that this is the moment you were brought into the earth. That's what you're gonna be like now. Like, that day is going to affect you. That is your birthday. Y'all celebrate it. It's a thing. So if you were born in November, that means you're a Scorpio. So not all November, it changes, it transitions into Sagittarius at the end, but if you were born in November, that means that you are a Scorpio, okay? So that means that you have the Scorpio tendencies. You know, I'm just gonna use this as an example. People think Scorpios are like, they're mysterious and they always wear black and they have this like front to them. There's other Scorpios in the world that do that, and y'all are all Scorpios. Whoever's born in November is a Scorpio, so there's a fuck ton of people just like you. but that doesn't mean you guys are going to be clones of each other and you guys are going to be fucking the exact same, because you have a moon sign. So let's say your moon's in Virgo. So at heart, you're gonna like to be organized, you're gonna like to clean, and let's say you're a rising Leo, so you're gonna be really like into yourself, really cocky, you know, you like to like have the attention and the eyes on you, you like to look pretty. Okay, so that makes you you. All the other Scorpios in the world are also Scorpios, but that doesn't mean that they're exactly like you, because you guys have different natal charts. You guys were not all born at the exact same time. If you were, that means y'all would basically be the same person. Your sun sign is the day you were born, your moon sign is the location you were born at, and your rising sign is the time you were born at. So that makes you you, that makes you up as a person. Now there's 4 different elements: water, fire, earth, and air, 3 different signs containing each. So that means there's 2 other signs that are very similar to you. So you guys would have a lot of the same characteristic traits, you guys would kind of move the same way, you guys would kind of get along, be more compatible with each other, just because you guys come from the same element. So like a water sign would get along good with another water sign, an air sign would get along good with another air sign, type shit. Earth and earth, they can get along good because they have the same characteristic traits, but a lot of the time earth signs kind of have anger issues, so sometimes they could end up butting heads, but that's a whole different thing. And it may sound complicated, all of this, but it's really not. Once you like understand each sign, there's 12 signs. Once you understand like each sign, or at least your own sign or the people that you're close with, then it makes a lot more sense. Like after you really just have to ask like, what's your friend's zodiac sign, ask your mom what her zodiac sign is, ask your grandpa, ask your coworker. Then once you see all these people's signs, you're gonna see people that have similar signs, and then you're gonna be like, they have the same signs, shit, like they do kind of act the same. And then you're gonna start noticing this pattern in all of the same type of people that you meet with the same sign, and then you're gonna be like, oh shit, astrology's real. All of these fucking Tauruses never wear shoes and they're always eating food. Like, what's going on? Just kidding, that's stereotypical as fuck, but in reality that's fact. Now there is 8 more signs within you other than your sun, moon, rising, which is like your Mercury and your Saturn and all that other type of shit. Venus sign, which that would be a lot to explain. I'll do another video if you guys like this one, explaining all the other signs, like what they're for. Like Mercury is the way that you communicate, Saturn is the way that you are when you're at work. Anyways, I hope you guys like understood this, because like astrology is like my life. I'm like this zodiac girl. Go stream that shit. It's on all platforms. Like, it's literally there for you to listen to, and you guys would probably like it if you clicked this video, because that means you like zodiac signs and you'd probably like zodiac girl. So if you guys stayed this long in my video, comment down below your zodiac sign so I know who stayed this long, who my real OGs are. Comment also if this video helped you, like legitimately, if you understood astrology a little bit more after watching this video. If you're new to my channel, subscribe so you can become a queen, a crab queen. And if you've already been subscribed, thank you so much for being a subscriber. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you guys so soon with another video. Thank you so much, and bye.